What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you rocking with me yet again. I have another another garage collection unboxing. I originally thought this was the last one when I had it pulled out, but I started thinking the other day, and I think there's like 2 or 3 more of these. So hopefully there's good stuff in here that we can move pretty quickly. But let's hop in. Let's go. Alright guys, let's crack the lid on this bad boy. Ooh, I see some fun stuff. Okay, I see some fun stuff. This might be really interesting. Let's start with this. This is crunched. I wonder if this works. This is, I think Kyle got this for me actually for my birthday one year. Like when we were first becoming friends. It's just Quagmire. This has got Spencer's Gifts written all over it, by the way. Or Walmart or something. Let's see if it still works. Oh, it doesn't. Battery's dead. As it should be. It's old. Oh, no. Battery exploded. You can see the acid in there where it leaked through. That's not surprising. This thing has been... the copyright on it is 06. But it's been in storage for so long, I can't even begin to think about what kind of conditions it's been in, so I'm not surprised about that. Okay, this appears to be on top of everything, so we're going to pull this out. Oh, okay, this is fun. This is fun. This is a WWE Classics. Who put this out? Is this Jakks? This is still Jakks Pacific. They used to do all the WWE figures, but it's Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman. I'm a huge Andy Kaufman fan, which is why I have this. I'm trying to get this lined up for you guys. Yeah. So if you saw the Jim Carrey movie Man on the Moon, that was about Andy Kaufman and particularly about his time in wrestling. There was a documentary that used to run on Comedy Central all the time about Kaufman. It spent a lot of time talking about his women's wrestling champion or intergender wrestling champion. I can't remember now what the belt said. Does he have the belt? No, he doesn't. But basically, I mean, Kaufman probably best known for SNL and Taxi. He was a huge wrestling fan, and he was into this like super weird alternative comedy. And he went around the South, essentially, around the Southern Territories, particularly around Memphis, basically proclaiming that he could beat up any woman, which is, you couldn't get away with that today. Probably shouldn't have gotten away with it then. But anyway, so this is just a, sort of a 2-pack for that. This was a weird series, actually. I'm looking on the back. You could get the Killer Bees. Okay, I can see that. But I don't know anybody that wants a Giant Gonzalez Harvey Whippleman 2-pack. No disrespect to either of those guys, but that is the strangest combo pack I think I've ever seen. Even the Killer Bees is a little odd because they weren't that popular. But anyway, I hope this isn't worth anything because actually I really want to crack this open and just put him up like on a shelf because I love Andy Kaufman so much. Such a huge fan of his. I didn't think this out very well. Where am I going to put this? We'll put it back here. I found some more of our DC Universe line. Here's the red electric Superman. This was a couple years after the death of Superman. This was after Final Night, I think, which may have been in our comic book unboxing video. The paint job on it is not good. But anyway, he lost his powers, and they reignited his powers by sending him into the sun. And then that overloaded his powers, and there's actually the other one back there. He originally was blue, electric blue. But then there was this weird story where they split off, and, here you go. Look at that, I got them both. We'll put that up as a 2-pack. So, then eventually he splits off, and there was actually 2 Supermen. There was a red and a blue, and then they combined it back together, and he became the regular Superman. It was a bad story. I actually stopped reading them about this time. It was just, like, it was too ridiculous even for me as a child. This is part of the Build-A-Figure series, so you get the part to build Gorilla Grodd. These line of figures have been doing really well on eBay, actually. I've been surprised how much interest they've had. I've sold a couple of them. And I've got quite a few people that I'm talking to about some of the others. So those should go pretty well. This is just a loose thing sitting in here. These are WCW Nitro trading cards. This is pretty cool. It's one of those... Is this a starting lineup? No, who is this? Who makes these? Oh, McFarlane Toys makes these. Okay. A little Sean Alexander. A little classic Seahawks action, Super Bowl 40. To put this in perspective, this series had Reggie Bush, Troy Polamalu, Antonio Gates, Steve Smith, and Larry Johnson, who I don't even remember. But I was not super following football at the time. I've got a Russell Wilson sitting back here too, so maybe we'll put those together and try to find a Seahawks fan. Oh, here's a matcher to the Quagmire. Now this one is not exploded, so let's see if it works. No, battery's dead. Okay. Well, we might put those together, see if somebody wants them. Oh my god, a Family Guy was everywhere for a minute. This doesn't work either. Oh. It wants to work. I'm not even sure you can hear that, but it wants to work, but it's just static. Quagmire pen. Random. I don't know. What have we here? Oh, this is fun. I might keep this, actually. We talked about it in a previous video, the Hard Traveling Heroes series. There's Green Lantern, Black Canary, Green Arrow. This was part of that weird, like, miniature line that they did. These were strange because they're kind of lame action figures, but they're super fun, you know, like desk toys. I don't know. I might keep this because I'm still a huge fan of that trio. That might stay in the collection. Oh, here's a flashback for you guys. I'm gonna show this to the camera. Let me clean the dust off it here and see if anybody knows what it's from. I'll see if I can make it so you can see the logo. A W. All right, I know what this is from. I knew immediately, so I'm gonna give you a second while I get it open here. If you can tell me what these glasses are from. This was, hold on, it says, I got the tag here. I don't want you to see the tag. These are, I want to say Burger King was putting these out. Does it say on the back? Does not. These might have been, I feel like I had like 1,000 of these. I don't know who was giving these away. These are a giveaway promotional item for Wild Wild West, the Will Smith, I don't even know, Blockbuster. I don't even know, Giant Spiders. But these were his little sunglasses. I don't think these ever fit my big head. I doubt it. Oh gosh, no. How do I look? I can't see shit, so I don't. You have to tell me how I look in the comments. I don't know why I still have these. I'm gonna have to look these up. I wonder if anybody is putting these up. These are in mint too. Like the lenses are perfect. These have been sitting in this case for, that would be 20 years, right? What's the date on these? That movie was 99 probably. There's no date on these. So weird. There's no copyright date. I don't know where these came from. Oh, wait a minute. 99. I have weird stuff. What is this? Oh, I know what these are. These are cool. These used to come with the DVD packs. These are they're little vinyl stickers from Mystery Science Theater 3000. But you used to get one of these in the maybe you still do, but you used to get one when you'd buy the DVD packs, and I have like a bunch of them here. Never did anything with them. I remember I had this plan with them, and this is, you know, in the early 2000s when this plan was a little forward thinking, but oh, snap, look what I found. So I saw these down here. Let me finish my story. I was going to build a computer with a clear walled case, which now, of course, is normal, but at the time was revolutionary. And I was going to put this on the window, but I found these little bow and this bomb arrow, and I'm like, hey, those are Green Arrow gimmicks. Well, looky what we have here. A little Green Arrow toy. This was from the Justice League Unlimited cartoon from Comedy Central, which was awesome. How does he hold the... Oh, shit. He's got a big hand, but I don't know how he holds the arrow. There's no hole in the quiver. The quiver seems to come up. I don't know how he's supposed to hold this. Maybe he's not. There's nowhere. Nope. This just sits there. Okay. Well, anyway, he holds the bow, and that's it. This is my Green Arrow. Well, maybe not the giant weird chest design, but the Robin Hood classic costume, classic variant. That's the one with the goatee, blonde goatee. Anyway, that was in the box. That's mine. All right, let's see what we got here. Window cling. Remember when those were a thing? I guess they're kind of back, actually. At least they are here. I live in a military community of a bunch of rednecks, and they all have weird clings, uncomfortable clings in their windows. So maybe those are back, but I've got the Comedian action figure, exclusive variant. I think, yeah, the original one has the mask over his eyes. This is from The Watchmen, if I didn't say that already. This one does not have it. I'm sure I picked this up at Jim's. The DC Direct figures have been selling really well as well, so this box is in great condition. A little bit of warping there at the top, but other than that, it's in great condition. So we might have something there. We're going to look at the estimated values of all these things at the end of the video. Okay, well, for some reason, I have two Batmans. Can't tell you why. We opened one. We pulled one of these out of a different box. For some reason, I have two of them. I'm not mad about it because they sell pretty well on eBay. I've got one up now that's got quite a few lookers. No buyers yet, but I might have it priced just a little bit on the high end. So hey, got another one of those. Cool. Not mad about that. Let's see. This is a game, Top Trumps. I bought it because it was DC. I think I got this on a vacation. I think we were probably in Vegas, actually. I was much older than I'm willing to admit when I bought this. But Top Trumps is a huge game in the UK, and I had never seen it in the US. Now you see it fairly consistently, but at the time I had never seen it. And so when I saw it in a store, I was like, I have to get this. I have to know what the game's about because I had heard so much about Top Trumps. It's back to the point about The Office from a previous video. It's a plot point in one of the episodes of the UK Office. So I think that's why I bought that. It's basically playing war. You know, whoever's got the highest card wins. It's not that dynamic of a game. Here's a different Green Arrow in package. This is a cool one too. This one is sort of the Mike Grell version, which I'm definitely down with. Even more sort of Batman style in the sense that he's not a superhero. He's got all of his gear. You know, he's just sort of a regular dude doing his thing. I don't know. This one's actually got a lot of articulation on it too. The knees bend, the elbows bend. The head probably turns a little bit. So that's cool. I dig that. What else we got here? We've got... You've got to be kidding me. I hope this thing's worth something. I got another one. Red Superman. The problem is that like I would buy stuff and then I would forget I had it and then I would see it somewhere else and I'd buy it again. This one's special in my heart because it's long-haired Superman, which was after the Death and Return. I believe somewhere I have this black suit Superman, which was from which was what he was wearing when he came back. I think I've got that somewhere, which tells me there's probably another box somewhere out in the garage somewhere. Another one of the Build-A-Figures. Again, these things have been selling really well, so I'm not too worried about having two of those red Supermans. I'm going to try to keep my delicate balance going there. All right, one more item in here. This is personally special to me. Diamond Dallas Page. This is going to be... This is late WCW gear. And he's got the WWEF version of the WCW belt with him. I've heard these belts actually go for a little bit of money. Apparently the belts are, I don't know, they get lost or they're hard to find or whatever. But a little bit of crunching on there. That's all right. I'm not worried about that. Anyway, this is just a personal... I think I have another one of these, actually. I'm pretty sure I bought two of these because I was going to open one and keep one. Again, Jakks Pacific. This is towards the end of Jakks Pacific's run as the sole provider of WWE figures. What year is this? It's got the WWE logo. 2007. So this is only about 12 years ago. I don't know. I'll look this up. I've heard some of these are going for pretty good money, so I'll look it up. But man, I'm gonna be hard pressed to get rid of this one. He was my childhood hero. Had a chance to have a pretty lengthy conversation with him a couple years ago. Great dude. He's they say never meet your heroes, but I was actually pretty pleased to meet. I didn't meet him in person. I spoke to him on the phone, but he was awesome. It was like a 5-minute call that stretched into 45 minutes. So I was pretty chaffed with that, as they say in the UK. All right, guys, let's look at some values. I was originally going to intercut this with the video so that it went from product to value, but I have a mess. I have a mess of figures here, and I couldn't keep it straight. So we're just going to tack this on at the end. So deal with it. Red Superman. This was kind of interesting. This Superman, which I have 2 of, goes for about $25. Seems to be pretty sought after. The blue version only goes for like 10 to 15, and it's pretty soft. So since I have 2 of these, I might put one up by itself and maybe put one up, together, because I'm also looking at shipping. It's so much easier to ship multiple items, especially when you have items of size, than it is to ship one because of the flat rate shipping options from USPS. So that might be what we do. But anyway, 10 to 15 on electric blue and about 25 on electric red. Diamond Dallas Page. There's actually, I didn't realize this, there were multiple versions of this figure that were released under the Classics line. Different box, different poses, similar gear. This one goes for between 20 and 25. I don't know. I don't know if I could part with this. I don't know if I could do it, but anyway, $25. All right, Mini Green Arrow, $10-15. This is super cheap to ship. I can wrap this in bubble wrap, stick it in a flat rate envelope, and it's out the door for like $6. So you figure if I can get like 10 plus shipping, I'd be happy with that all day long. The 3-pack, which I think is cool. Is this the same figure? Hold on a second. This is. Okay, hold on a second. So the Green Arrow figure in here is the same. It's the same figure. But this 3-pack that includes Green Arrow and Black Canary, this only goes for $10 as well. This one figure by itself, I did see closed sales for $15. So this by itself has sold for more than these 3 together, which is crazy to me. I don't know if perhaps this release was a little bit more rare than maybe this one as far as production lines. Collectors, man, you got to have both covers, you got to have both boxes, you got to have, one of everything, right? So that's possible, but I can't imagine the logic behind that. All right. Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler. This is nice. This goes for $50 to $75. It's not completely mint on card. There's a little bit of damage here at the corner. Not a lot. A little bit up here at the corners. Not a lot. It's in really nice condition. Particularly for action figures, those kinds of things, that just happens. That happens in shipping, like to the store. It happens at the store. But, this kind of detail up here, this is all still mint up here. The front of the package looks great. So I think I could probably do pretty well on this. I would be absolutely ecstatic at 50, let alone 75. So there's that. Sean Alexander. Let me do that again. Sean Alexander letting me down yet again. $6. What's interesting is there's, a lot of all of these figures back then, they had 2 versions. There was the main one, which I think this is the main one, right? Pretty sure. I forgot how you tell. They used to color code them. This might have been before they did that. Anyway, this is the main version. Yeah, it's like $6, but even the alternate version is only like 10 or 15. So, but I'll combine it with Russell and see what we can do. You guys already know. Let me do it again. You guys already know Batman, about $50. I've had a lot of interest on the one that's already up there, so I'm really happy to pull another one out. That's exciting. This is a great figure too. Absolutely love this figure. So yeah, that's a great one. I'm glad that I ended up having 2 of them. The talking Family Guy figures, the only one I could find was actually Stewie, and it sells for $10. The problem with these is that they're heavy, so I'd probably have to ship them flat rate. I think the cost of shipping them by weight would be too much if I put them together. They don't make sense to sell on their own. Let me pull it in here. Doesn't make sense to sell on their own. Like I said, this one's exploded. I could probably clean it out. You know, usually that's not permanent death, depending on what it looks like on the inside. It's not bulging, so I'm guessing it's just leaking. So that can usually be saved, but I'd have to open it up and all that stuff. If you figure you can probably get $10 for the two of these, if you're lucky, the cost to ship them is going to be more than that. So these might just go in the trash. All right, last item. The Return of Superman Long-Haired Edition. This guy goes for about $25. I've noticed that to be a theme with these DC Universe figures. A lot of them go for right around $25. That seems to be the going rate for most of them. So that's great because I have a ton of these. I think this is all of them. This video and one of the other videos we did is probably all of them. But you know, you figure I got 10 or 15 of them at $25 a piece on average. Because we had some that were even like 50 and 60. But that's $250. You know, if you can move them all. All right, guys, that's it. That's the video. We got some good stuff in there. We got, you know, these, like I said, these DC figures seem to go for about $25 a piece, which is great because I have a ton of them, and they're good sellers. They seem to sell pretty quickly, especially if you're willing, like I am, to sell for below sort of the going rate for them. I'm surprised that these things actually have any value. I expected these to be worthless, but apparently not. So that's good news. I don't know, man. The dream continues. We're doing really well for being right out of the gate and kind of figuring things out as we go. But I'm gonna have an eBay video here coming up in the next couple of days just to give you an idea. I've been really pleased with our progress in the short couple of weeks that we've been trying to get this going. We're not rich by any means. We can't afford to quit working by any means, but the ball is rolling and we're starting to get there. So I'm really excited about that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like these videos. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. I've put it out to a couple people off these videos. If there's something you're looking for, let me know. A, I probably have it, or B, I know where to get it, and might be able to make it happen for you at less than maybe eBay prices would be. So yeah, that's it for this video. Like, subscribe, thumbs up or thumbs down. Please don't thumbs down. Thumbs up. Appreciate you. And we'll see you next time.